Lead Live, reminding you of your personal genius and how you think in order to actualize what you desire.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at Lead Live. LEAD stands for Leadership Excellence and Achievement on Demand. Today's topic is grand opening. Yes, we're having a grand opening on February the 23rd at 6 p.m. We ask people to get there at 5:45 p.m. because it will be packed, and we want everyone to have a seat. So what's the big deal, we ask? The big deal is that last year, millions of Americans lost in excess of 6.8 trillion, with a T, trillion, in assets. And those assets that were lost, there's no clear indication that they may recover them. In 2023, we're expecting for more losses, unfortunately. And ideally, you will not be among them. Taxes are also increasing. And for many, this is unbearable. For the toll that COVID-19 pandemic over the last few years have taken on folks, on most of our families, if not all of our families, it's pretty significant. And for too many, their money is still in a place never designed to grow or protect those funds. We're in the initial phases of a significant recession here in the United States. And it too could prove unbelievable in terms of the level of financial distress for families and businesses. So, lack of financial well being affects all aspects of our lives, especially our health. It impacts our capacity to live a full life, longevity. With sufficient financial assets, you're able to do much more than just feel comfortable. Ideally, you're able to fulfill a vision that you have for your life. For you, the family you've built, we'd like for you to imagine. Imagine time freedom, doing what you want. Imagine emotional freedom, welcoming feelings that make you happy, actually bring you joy. At the moment you choose to experience joy, it could be continuous. Why not? Why so? What is life is all about? What is it all about? What about physical freedom? Maneuvering as you desire, traversing the paths you desire. Yes, within a space that you're very familiar, and many spaces you have yet to even visit. Mental freedom. Choosing to imagine what you really want. Imagination is one of our mental faculties, as well as will, intuition, perception, memory, and others. Imagination is one of our powerful mental tools. Imagine what you really want. What about spiritual freedom? Being who you are designed to be. Now, money is not responsible for us going those places, and yet it does help facilitate us getting there more efficiently. Money is a means, it's not an end in of itself, or it can be for some people. I don't recommend it. Or if you're happy, you're going to be happy independent of money. If you're sad, in distress, and are inherently bound towards lack, fear, you may stay there even with money. Money enables us to free ourselves without a doubt. We have to want that. We have to believe we deserve it, especially as we've earned whatever we've earned. Time. At the core of what drives us here, not only at Lead Live, But in the bigger business that we're having a grand opening for are the 5 F's: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're training and developing educators to spread financial awareness to individuals, families, and business owners, starting with North America. We're providing that high quality financial education to ensure that all can experience the power of choice. We're teaching the 95% what the 5% take for granted, for they already know what needs to be known to be able to leverage their imaginings, to experience the time, emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual freedom. So we help people. We help you. We have families. We have business owners. Learn how money works, some basic rules. I am never in a space where I assume because of someone's high level of education or their street knowledge that they understand the rules of money. And you might be surprised at the degree to which you yourself don't know what you don't know that you need to know. All of us doesn't know. We don't know. We don't know. We know some things, and some of us, and you probably included, know some things very well. And you're in a position to educate others about that to the degree that it helps that other. Can you imagine learning some basic things about money that allows you to better understand not only the rules, the system in which that money functions, and how you can have it work harder for you than you work to earn it? And so much more. So with these, we want you to have your money work harder for you than you work to earn it. We want you to access methods to growth that allow you to compound your money. And we call it compound pounding, where you have 10,000 and it grows to 20,000 and it grows to, you get my point. You're 29 years old. And by the time you're 60 something, you've got over 650,000. And all you did was compound 10,000 with at least a 12% return every year. And you did nothing else. That's what we're talking about. And then you're 71 if you're 29 when you began that. And you've got over $1 million, nearly $1.3 million. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about protecting your funds. When you do earn, save, grow, compound those funds. Talking about accessing your funds. Arguably and ideally, if necessary, throughout your life in tax advantaged ways. Or if you don't need it, let it grow, compound in ways that when you retire 30, 40, 50 years later, or you're already retired and you let your existing earnings compound in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, depending upon the rate of return. We're talking about the rule of 72, folks. That you'll learn more about at this grand opening. So join us. So we not only want you to access your fund tax advantage, we want you to know that you may qualify to access your money tax-free. Bottom line, we ensure successes by helping people help themselves to optimize their assets, enhance legacy, empower wealth leadership. Wealth leadership is not just someone giving you a bunch of money and you hope you keep it. We look at folks who win the lottery all the time. Not everyone. Yet a significant percentage, they get these huge winnings, unimaginable winnings from their perspective and even other people's perspective. And they're gone in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years. And people who study human behavior and understand the power of mindset understand why and could anticipate it long before that event happened. And why? Because a person never had a wealth mindset. When you have a wealth mindset, it's not about what other people can see. It's what you've already imagined. You've already imagined your wealth. You're not just new rich, you're old wealth. And when you receive anything, however you receive it, from the internal source of all that is, you understand it was your birthright. And you understand that you didn't have to earn it. You didn't have to grow it. It was your birthright. And you knew that when you did invest the time to earn and grow it, oh my God, you demonstrate a level of faith that some people consider to be incredulous. And yet it is the most powerful faith. To know that you know and you don't need evidence. So when it manifests for other people to see because you've already seen it long before it manifested. So I'd like to ask Jethro for you to put the poster up that showed the announcement of our event that's forthcoming. So that people know that you get to join us, learn about the rules of money, ensure that you understand that there is, in fact, a recession-proof industry. Really. Tax-free retirement, protection of assets, long-term care, real estate preservation, home-based income, principal protection, increased cash flow, college plans, legacy planning, all these things Thursday, February the 23rd, and more. Yes, it's going to be very dense, very packed, not only with people, but with content. Information that you can use immediately, not just conceptual. Yeah, there'll be a bit of conceptual, a lot of real stories, practical tools that you can apply that same day. And I am honored to say that Eric and Sandra Olson, these two geniuses, who are young people, old spirits in these young bodies. He's just 40. He is powerfully 40. If I got her age right, I think she just turned 34 in my month, our month, October. If I'm wrong, she's 35, and I think it's 34. They are millionaire makers, and not just those of us who are on their leadership development team, but all the individuals with whom we work as clients. So we have business partners, and we're expanding. You're welcome to join us. We have clients, and we're expanding massively, and that's why we need more business partners to help those clients on their path. Thank you, Jethro. We'll bring the poster up again, and we'll bring the actual site for you to sign up. In fact, if you could put it below, that would be great. Sign up now. People are signing up, and we want you to be in the room if you want to be in that room. It's going to be powerful, intense. Your head will be shaking in all kinds of directions, wondering, why haven't I heard this? That's what I said several years ago in my 60s. I should have known this when I was 20, 30, 40. And yet it's available in plain sight. And there's a joke out there. If you want people not to know something, put it in books. And this stuff is in books. It's in articles. And I read a lot. And so I was not happy to learn that I didn't know what I didn't know. I knew a lot. Yet this part is powerful. Now that I do know, I want everyone, all ages, to know and to be able to leverage it age appropriately. So on this path, what do you get to experience? You join us, leverage the information in a way that works best for you, not us. It's about you. You get to experience a level of peace of mind that you may never have. Less stress. And you know, stress is the number one cause of disease. And disease is the number one cause of death. And what's the number one cause of stress? A lack of financial resources or certainty. So as a result, you get to experience enhanced health and well-being. That's what we're about. Ultimately, we want you to experience financial freedom, where you can control your time, have clarity of thought, mental toughness developing, even more so. So who are we? We're national and international leaders in the financial services industry, the largest, most lucrative industry on the planet. It's lucrative, not just for those who are in the industry and know how to leverage it appropriately. It's lucrative definitely for our clients who we serve effectively and they leverage sound products and services from A and A plus rated companies as soon as they can, when they qualify. So folks who built billion and $1 million companies that are still thriving, these are the individuals you're going to be exposed to. You get to be exposed to. You want to leverage us. These are the individuals that are key trainers, coaches, mentors, licensed financial professionals who care about the financial well-being of individuals, families, and businesses. These individuals from diverse industries, literally, think about an industry, and I have a colleague from that industry, definitely healthcare. Many nurses, doctors, anesthesiologists, I can go on and on. IT professionals, engineers, of course, from the finance industry who come into doing what we do. And they're like, my God, I've worked in it for 20 plus years. I've owned these agencies and I never knew. Well, those organizations don't share this because it's not what they provide. Learn more. So we have folks from a variety of different trades: carpentry, construction, manufacturing, service industry, sales and marketing. I can go on and on and on. And of course, folks from higher education, K through 12, who are like, oh my goodness, this is a way to really ensure the well being of people, the success of people, whether they choose to become an employee, choose to become an entrepreneur, choose to build their business, choose to be an investor. It's all about choice, folks. And you have more choices when you know what's available. You have limited choices when you don't know what you don't know. So you may be on the path to planning, and yet your plans may not be fully fulfilled because you don't know what you don't know. And at the core, it's mindset. At the core, it's a knowing that what you ask for, you really do receive. Don't question it. So whether you meditate, you pray, you dance, you sing, whatever you do, you play the drums, you access that higher self of being, whatever you do, know that when you ask, you do receive. Don't question. Ask and move forward. Take action. We're in all 50 states. Individuals with shared values. We're also in Canada and Puerto Rico. Well, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. So individuals with shared values are who we are. Committed to those 5 F's I mentioned earlier: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. And we believe that everyone deserves to experience all those 5 F's. We're result-oriented, financial educators who choose to invest in developing folks to experience financial independence and build generational wealth. We're clients ourselves. We're definitely business partners. So why are we doing this? Our value for all persons, we understand that we all benefit from the healthy growth and well-being of all. Our vision for equity, real equity, folks, not just superficial. It's interesting. I see this person, they're all different shades of, yeah, we reflect that. We're different genders. Yes, we reflect that. Different ages, different sizes, different physical abilities, even mental abilities. And what we all have in common is a belief that we all deserve to live free, healthy, transformative, impactful, value-added lives. We all have needs and wants. Wouldn't it be awesome to meet those needs and wants now in order to opt to strive for the type of greatness that brings peace of heart and mind, elevating us all? Our vision for an enhanced state of being for all of us with time and money freedom. We get to more easily focus on what enables or edifies, I should say, our essence, our spirit, so that we're in greater alignment with our reason for being. In the process, we neutralize the isms that have been used to divide us. They're replete because we make them replete. They don't have to be ubiquitous, just the inverse can be ubiquitous. Truly, what we put our minds to, put our hearts to, we create all the time. Conflicts driven by egos. They're not amigos. An insightful person I value says ego is just basically edging out God or edging God out. Too many confusions that hamper our clarity, thoughtfulness, while rendering stress a habit of mind, emotions, and behaviors. We can get rid of that. It's choice. Remember that we're all one. So on Thursday, February the 23rd at 6 p.m., you get to experience a snapshot of this rich experience. Let's take a look at that grand opening poster. You see the link, copy the link, join two of my mentors again, Eric and Sandra Olson. Let's make this happen, folks. Let's do what we have planned to do. 10 million families financially independent and building generational wealth, influencing the rest of us. Millionaire makers ensuring other people are millionaires. Building millions, billions, trillions of assets to ensure generational wealth. 250,000 licensed professionals join us, helping to people choose to free their mind, their hearts, their spirits. Can you imagine placing funds into account 1 year and then the next year your funds grow by 25%? What about 61.33%? Or even much higher? Well, we have clients who've experienced that, and not just once. Too often, we can imagine that for ourselves, yet we can't imagine that for ourselves. Yet with greater ease, too many of us imagine losing money. Another thing, can you imagine a loved one, God forbid, a loved one dying in another country? And yet we're able to, because of a particular plan we have, bring that beautiful body, now it's a body, back with all the arrangements taken care of. The cost to bring the body back, because of the legal constraints, is about $6,000. And yet that is taken care of. The flight back, the funeral arrangements, all the other things that are critical, the will, the living trust, all are in a Tenzing account. You'll learn more about that. And much more, because a plan was put in place. And so rather than what too often happens, many families default to fund me and hope to get at least enough for burial arrangements, and too often maybe enough for flowers. Can you imagine your child, grandchild, niece, nephew, a child you love, having the wherewithal to attend college, university, or opt to travel, build a business, because sufficient funds are available. In fact, more than sufficient. There's so many things we want you to imagine, and imagine big, not just for your child, for your loved one, and for yourself. Your business. It affects the lives of a lot of people with whom you work, you've hired. We want you to imagine big, and we want you to understand, when you understand money, when you understand how to leverage it, how to grow it, how to protect it, how to access it in particular ways, you're on a path to fulfill more than just the vision you have for yourself. Really help others fulfill their own vision, heck, even create visions, because now they can see the light. Join us. We appreciate you. We know that you were built for much more than just survival. We were all built to thrive. Let's do that together. Wado, and we look forward to seeing you very soon at whatever event we have scheduled, and definitely on Thursday, February the 23rd. Blessings.